Hello everybody and welcome back to Baldur's Gate Enhanced Edition. Before I forget, let me get my timer started. So, this time, we're going to be real quick dealing with some mustard jelly that's on the floor and is apparently hostile. Not quite sure how I'm supposed to take that. It's very strange. But we need to kill it, because it's hostile.
Fall! Fall!
Maybe, you know, assuming it is possible to kill. Well, it clearly is, because we did damage. You know what, actually, Emo-in? Melee it, don't waste your arrows. There we go.
This way.
And before I forget, remember to actually tell you to switch. Oh my god, they got these
with caution.
Fucking idiots got themselves caught in one another.
Carefully.
There we go.
Thy Valkur's
Goddamn.
mighty blade.
This way.
I assume these are all locked. Question is just if they're trapped, and even was not finding any traps. Ooh, lots of gems there. Okay, that one was unlocked and had a shit ton of gold. Also, what was that? That was called knock. Never mind. Protection scrolls.
I'll do it.
God,
What
it's
is it this time?
really annoying that you can't loot.
Stand back and watch.
That I can't
this.
drag and drop this shit.
You
So I'm gonna have to
and watch this.
move these gems
Open wound in Mother Earth.
one at a time,
Had I the power.
Stand back and watch this.
because you can't drag and drop from chests. The knock spell opens locked, held, or wizard locked doors. It opens secret doors as well as locked boxes or chests. It does not raise barred gates or similar impediments. Okay, well, that seems like it could be useful. Thing is,
Stand back and watch this.
you don't know the spell yet. So this is a... So these are two different protection scrolls. They have two different symbols. I'm gonna go out on a limb. And yep, I have to identify them, which means I need to have somebody else carry around my shit. There we go.
Think carefully.
Okay, let's get out of here. Also, I'm not 100% certain how the remove the plug thing works, so what I'm probably going to do is hand the key over to Emo-in and have her do it, and everybody else is... God, you idiots! Why do you guys get stuck in each other?
'Tis a fine day to die.
If none are
Like,
better,
how does that even happen? You know, that's the whole point of you guys having freaking bounding boxes around you. So that you don't get stuck on each other. And yet somehow you guys have
What
done
is
it
the plan?
twice already this part.
With caution.
And it's... hasn't even been 5 minutes, literally.
Think carefully.
Like, oh shit, we missed some gold. But yeah, like, what the hell? No, you idiots are all gonna follow the same path, because I don't need you splitting up, getting separated, and dying, or being attacked, or whatever the case may be. I swear. Only complaint I have about pathfinding in these older games. Or rather, excuse me, the only complaint I have about these older games at the end of the day is the pathfinding. It is complete and utter garbage.
Yes.
in my opinion.
With caution.
Okay, well... perhaps another time, though. Realistically, you should probably get out of here. Because I'm gonna be drowning this place. I assume he'll pop up somewhere else, and, you know, the devs aren't actually dumb enough when they designed this game back in the day to have him not move and basically make it a, if you don't bring him with you and you drown the place, he's gone forever. I would hope they're smart enough to not do that.
Gather your party before venturing forth.
Think carefully.
But you never really know. Some people don't think shit through, so it's sadly a possibility that if I ever decide I want the little dwarf dude whose whole clan or whatever died.
Require aid?
I'm gone.
Think carefully.
I've done had enough of
That
this.
if I don't take him now, he's gone forever. But, you know, like I said, I'm hopeful that they're smart. Hey there again. I see that you have the key. It must have been a bloody battle with the Master, and you must be tough ones to have lived through it. Alright then. Give the key and let's be done with this. Oh, one more thing. You did talk to Rill, didn't you, so that all the slaves could get out of here alive? Yes, I'm fairly certain we talked to him. The name sounds familiar, but because I record 2 parts, generally back to back, and then take like a week off to go and record other series, I don't actually recall with 100% certainty. Let me see if I can find a mention of it in my journal.
Save me, dear sir. Please save me.
Let's see. I mean, I didn't see any other miners here, so I'm going to assume that we did, but again, I don't recall, and I don't see
Save me, dear sir. Please save me.
mention of it here in my journal or under the quest itself. So I assume we did. So yes, we talked to Rill. You don't have to worry about your friends. They'll all be safe. Here's the key. Now let's go. Or let's do it. Well, then I guess that's it then. As soon as I open the plug, we're gonna have to run for our lives, because otherwise we'll be washed away, just like the Orothiar dwarves. Ready then? Here we go.
Hello, pal.
You saved us! The rest of us have fled to the north towards Baldur's Gate, but I elected to stay so as to thank all of you. Without your heroics, who knows how long we'd be working that terrible mine. I'm just glad we didn't end up in the watery grave down there like the rest of the Iron Throne mercenaries.
Gorion would be proud of your actions.
My reputation improved by 2. So I have fled the Cloakwood Mine, killing anyone who remained inside. My party and I barely escaped the onrushing waters, and I have dealt a great blow to the Iron Throne. What's that? Okay, I assume this I can't do anything about until we get into Baldur's Gate? I don't recall where she is, so that's a little bit hard to do the kidnapping thing. Okay, well, let's get out of here.
Carefully.
I'm going to assume that there's nobody down here. That'd be a real FU by the devs to have had these guys respawn. So I assume it's all clear. We need to go rest and heal up and a whole bunch of other crap as well.
Carefully.
Got a bunch of stuff I need to sell. I think I'll be able to sell it over at, God, what is it called? The Friendly Arm Inn. I think there was some merchants there. We just haven't been there because it's further north, so, yeah. Sea Watcher, yes. I mean, technically there's a couple of areas down here to the south we didn't explore. But we need to get up north, so let's head to the Friendly Arm Inn.
You have been waylaid by enemies and must defend yourself.
Of course we have. Why wouldn't we be? And of course it's the spiders.
Resist and die!
Keep us down to side.
Eat flaming, or possibly frosty, death!
Oh shit!
I'm gone.
Oh, my heart's really not in.
I didn't realize there was a third one.
Stand back and watch this.
And of course now she does need the antidote.
Uh-huh, my turn to save the day.
I didn't see the third one because the UI was in my way.
Oh, my heart's really not in this.
Now, how close did we get to the Friendly Arm Inn before we got intercepted, game?
Carefully.
You gonna tell me? Not very far. We literally traveled 2 hours.
Yes.
Now we're gonna have to rest. We're gonna be exhausted and everything. You know, it hasn't kicked in officially yet, but we will be. Why is that guard standing there with his weapon drawn? I think this was the shop, right? No, this was the temple. I could have sworn there was a shop here somewhere, but I might be misremembering.
You must gather your party before venturing forth.
With caution.
Okay, let's go ahead and rest up. And then we might talk to some people. What do you have to sell? Well, first things first, buddy. I got a whole bunch of crap I want to sell you. Actually,
What is your command?
first things first, let's go ahead and identify. Or not, because apparently we do not have it right now.
Yes.
So, never mind. What can I sell? Well, I don't want Iron Thorn, nor do I want the Discipliner. So those are immediately going to be sold, and they were worth a pretty penny. The reality is, I don't care too much for Spiderbane, largely because none of our guys can use it. So it doesn't really matter. Let's go ahead, buy a royal room.
Tonight you dream of blood. Not of blood on a blade or the blood on your hands, but an ichor that runs as a torrent through the realms. A flood that pours across the fields and forests. An ocean that floats you to the world's edge and threatens to cascade off into the void. This blood seems a frightening thing, a massive force that sweeps away all resistance. As a whole, it is a monster and it cannot be stopped. Were it to be viewed from on high, it would seem to cover the entire world in its red-black embrace. You, however, do not have such a lofty perch. From within the deluge you can see it does not move as one, but is filled with currents, eddies, and undertows. Pockets of calm afford breathing space, whilst violent whirlpools threaten to rend limb from limb. Ultimately, it seems undirected and lacks a driving will, a quality you have in abundance. You may be caught within, but sufficient determination can shape what you need to survive. There are still options open, still choices to be made. As the tide presses forward, you steer as you wish, atop a ship called Persistence and under sails made of resolve. A sudden and deliberate wave puts an end to your course and to the dream. It would seem that the flood does have some will and took offense to your enjoying the ride.
Okay. And I magically just gained the ability of slow poison. Or, well, I guess technically another level of it, more
What is
accurately.
it this time?
Robe of the Evil Archmagi. Armor class 5, saving throws +1, magic resistance +5. That's actually not better than what I have right now, apparently, on you. Oops, never mind. It is, actually, but you cannot use it because you are not evil. So we'll be selling that. Another Traveler's Robe, because, of course, that's exactly what I was looking for more of.
With caution.
So, let's sell that. Holy crap, that thing is worth money. And yeah, no, we'll be keeping that Adventurer's one. Just seems like a great idea. Okay, now question is, do I want to buy any of these belts and whatnot? So that changes the wearer's gender. Not really interested. And you don't have any particularly wonderful weapons. I think these are all the ones that'll break. Technically right now. You don't have any +1s either, so yeah, okay. So I could go and drink and get rumors and whatnot. Don't care to. Let's go ahead and move some stuff back into your inventory. And I think we're gonna go ahead and rest another day. Also gives us the opportunity to identify some more stuff. Actually, out of curiosity, have you leveled up so that you can have a third identify? No. I wasn't sure if maybe I just missed it, because, you know, that's always a real possibility. Ooh, yeah, you're gonna get, I think, that Cure Medium Wounds. That sounds like a wonderful idea. Although... yeah, no, I think we're gonna do the Cure Medium Wounds, because that's always nice. And, you know, Slow Poison may not be the worst idea. Just to get some more of that. Okay, buddy, I got a couple more things to sell you real quick. I've got some studded armor that I don't want, and a Morning Star that I don't care for, because none of our guys can use flails / Morning Stars. If it was a club, if it was considered a club, we would use it, but it's not. So we have a nice nice bit of cash, 25,000 gold.
With caution.
I need some help.
The name Dorn sounds familiar over there. Ugh. Look at these folks and these forks and tankards, this iron shortage shows no mercy on us drunkards and gourmands. Whatever could be wrong with your fork and tankard? They be made of iron, yet they bend under the weight of this inn's meager offerings, and the handle breaks on my tankard to spill this rat spit of an ale into my lap. Arg, Nessie, get me another. Okay, well, we actually don't have anything else to do here, as it would appear. Now, I've never bothered messing around with the whole church stuff, so, you know, I assume if you put enough money in, it has bonuses. What sort of cures do you have available? I mean, I've literally never bothered donating, but I'd assume it actually does serve some sort of use. Now, I can pay you to identify, and it's not that expensive, so we're just going to go ahead and do that. Okay, that looks to be everything. And in exchange, let's go ahead and donate 100 gold. While your donation to the temple was considerable, it was not enough to gain reputation. To gain a reputation point. It's been really weird these past few months. Iron's been going bad, falling apart almost if it were rusting for no particular reason. From what I hear, most of this bad iron comes from the mines at Nashkel. Can't trust those Amnian miners. Probably some scheme they've come up with. Okay, so 100 gold is not enough for a reputation point, as if I give a crap about getting the extra reputation. I don't know if it serves any real purpose. Oh, that's a medium shield that I don't really care for. But the dude wasn't interested in buying it, if I recall correctly. Unless I missed it, so... Okay. Okay, we can leave here then, I guess.
Think carefully. Yes.
Okay, and let's, I guess, make our way to the edge of the map. So that we can start making our way up to Baldur's Gate. Oh my god.
I'll do my best.
Khalid, you idiot.
This way.
Yes.
You know you can't get through the wall there, so why the hell did your pathfinding try to send you through the wall?
I can, but try.
Swear. The pathfinding is so freaking stupid in these games. You need to babysit them in situations where you shouldn't have to babysit them. Ah. Apparently, party AI has been turned off for who the hell knows how long.
With caution.
Wonder if that's the reason why some of these people don't always, or sometimes they don't automatically select a new target. So we have a little farm here.
Yes.
Let's head off to it. Ajantis.
Halt! Be you friend or foe?
When was the last time someone answered foe, Tinhead? Why don't you tell us who the hell you are? Let's be nice. Until you tell us who you are, how should we know? I am Ajantis, Squire Paladin to Lord Helm. I have come from the city of Waterdeep to fight against the brigands that make these roads unsafe to travel. What of you? We too want to put an end to the bandit raids. In that case, why did we not join forces against these contemptible lawbreakers? Sounds good to us. We're always on the lookout for another sword arm. We're really not. But we were a team. We were bound by honor. Why is everything always so complicated? Don't worry, buddy.
Yes.
I just wanted to make sure that you are going to be here if I ever need another paladin. Will I come back here for you? Probably not. I have 4 melee, which is exactly what I'm looking for in most situations. 4 melee does wonderful. So, yeah, we're gonna stick with that current setup. Okay, we have not run into anything else along this road, which is somewhat shocking. It really is. Normally there's a decent amount of shit along the road. Or, you know, at least close enough. Oh, here we go. Another person. Jerde.
Yeah?
You come here to fight Angigs? Well, listen up. It's mating season, so it's primarily females coming up to the surface, looking to put on a little extra weight. They're hungry, they're aggressive, and there are a lot of them. Now, the point of this exercise is not to exterminate them, but to keep their population to a manageable level. Remember, they aerate the soil and thereby improve crop yields by as much as 15%. But food is going to be scarce enough in the next few years, so keep that in mind when you're out here. No more than 4 Ankings per party. After that, it's catch and release, alright? Most of the activity starts about 50 yards to the east. Now move on, now move out, everyone. I'll keep an eye out on things from here. I am assisting the Ranger Jerde in her attempt to manage the Anchang population on the plains south of Baldur's Gate. From where I stand at her side, I can see them swarming, coming to the surface roughly 50 meters to our left. On Gerde's instructions, however, I am not to exceed my quota of 4 kills. Okay. She said to the east, which would be to our right. Our quest log says 50 yards to our left, which is a very different direction.
Yes.
And since that leads straight to the river, I'm going to assume that that was written with some stupid assumption that you'd be coming from the north. And that really is a stupid assumption, in my opinion. Okay, so this is 2. We technically are not allowed to kill any more than 2. Holy shit, those heads are heavy. Who has a bunch of free space? Technically nobody. Because that's just how stupidly heavy these things are. Yeah, you are so encumbered, you literally can't move. Okay, we're gonna have to play,
If none are better.
hot potato to move this, it looks like.
For the group.
So I'm gonna try and move it off to her side.
I'm gone.
I need it close enough for me to be able to access, because presumably I need to,
As good as done, as you direct.
This way.
Yes, oh omnipresent authority figure.
apparently you can technically snag that from that far away. Whoops, that was not the right person to give that to. I had to give that to Emoin.
This way.
Okay,
Again? Yes.
that's 2. To the south, I guess? No, because that's actually the edge of the map. And that's also the edge of the map there. But I have not seen. There's my timer. To the south? Did I miss them down here? Yes, I think I did. Okay.
Keep flaming!
Give us
Possibly frosty. Death!
Come on, finish it off.
My
we go.
blade will
Art's
cut
really
you
not
down
in
to
this.
size.
Okay. And again, gonna have to hot potato this.
I'm gone.
I'll do my best.
thy Valkor's mighty blade.
Oops. Wrong person. Okay.
Think carefully.
Get me up here. Do I have 4 inventory spaces? I do. Good work, and I'll trust that you stick to the quota. Here are 75 gold pieces. Go find yourself a room in the city and rest up. You've earned it. Wow, 75. It's not really worth it, to be honest.
Think carefully.
Oh shit. Apparently I did not, I don't need the heads because they don't, she didn't take them. So let's see. So the Anchang is a burrowing insect-like creature between 10 and 20 feet long, found mainly in forests or choice agricultural land. They are covered with plates or shells made out of a substance called chitin, which is extremely tough and very light. The size, weight, and strength of the shells make them highly sought after in many situations, including the creation of armor. Now, I don't think you can actually hand that off to anybody
With caution.
to have them, like, make you armor using it. And even if you could, it's freaking heavy. I'd have to have somebody basically run around with no equipment, and it'd have to be somebody with a lot of strength. So somebody with a lot of strength and no equipment on them would have to carry that. So let's go ahead and head to the bridge, and then we'll end the part.
Think carefully.
So this is the bridge that leads into Baldur's Gate. So that is going to be it for this part. I will see you all next time. A quick reminder, if you find yourself enjoying this video or any of the other videos in this series or any other series on the channel, there are 2 major ways to support the channel. There is my Patreon, in which case you get early access to videos if you choose to go that route. The other best option, if you want to support the channel, is to support it via the Streamlabs donation link that is down below in the description. If you go that route, you don't get any goodies, just for the simple fact that there is no nice, easy way to be able to handle the authentication and verification, basically, of who's who when they donate, in the case of Streamlabs in particular. Whether you do it as a one-time or a monthly, they've had an option for doing monthly donations, tips, whatever you want to call it, via Streamlabs for a couple of months now. I think they released it in like November or December of 2021. So yeah. But again, there's no real way for me to be able to effectively like authenticate that somebody is in fact the person who gave $10 or whatever on a monthly basis via Streamlabs. So if you go that route, you don't get any goodies. You just sort of get the good feeling that more of what you give actually makes it to the channel, because Patreon does take a 5% cut, I believe is what it is, with the way I have it set up. And I think that's partly because of being grandfathered into an older sort of tier that they have, but either way. But yeah. So those are the two best ways to support the channel. I think this game is one of the games that I do have some affiliate links down there in the description as well. Those are an option if you don't own the game and you want to pick it up. It is an older game, of course, as noted by me complaining about pathfinding periodically. But it is still a very enjoyable game and holds up relatively well to modern standards. Again, my only real complaint is the pathfinding, but that was always going to be an issue whether I played the original or the enhanced edition, because there was no way in hell they were going to make any major touches to how pathfinding functions. As for those curious if I'm going to go ahead and do the sort of expansions that came out for Baldur's Gate 1, the answer to that is more than likely yes once we finish this series. I will likely also go and do a playthrough of Baldur's Gate 2 Enhanced Edition, just maybe not right away, because these are games that can go for a fairly decent length of time. You know, this is part 40, if I'm recalling correctly. I think it was 39 was the last one I just recorded, so this should be 40. And so the reality of the situation is that I figure we probably still have a good maybe 10-20 parts, depending on exactly where this game ends. And then, of course, like I said, I'll more than likely be doing the expansions that came out as well. Those, I assume, are shorter than this game, but probably still a fairly decent length. So we can probably get another good 10-20 parts out of those, depending upon exactly how long they are and how long I make the parts. So, yeah, I would say that I'm probably going to be a little bit burnt out on CRPGs after all that is said and done, so we're probably not going to immediately jump into Baldur's Gate 2 once we're done with the base game here, as well as the expansions. But, yeah, I do hope and plan to do a Let's Play of Baldur's Gate 2 as well in the future, and probably a lot of these other CRPGs, you know, Icewind Dale, Neverwinter Nights, all of those. I do plan to, but these, like I said, these are games that can go for a decent amount of length, so it's a little bit harder to immediately jump into another one once you're done, at least for me, because I like to mix things up on the channel periodically when possible. So yes, like I said, I'll see y'all next time. Until then, goodbye and farewell.